this lesson, assignment 1 flyer. We will be using Microsoft Word processor application to create this flyer. MS Word processor application is the most popular word processing program in the world. Almost all Windows users install Microsoft Suite in their computer system. Microsoft Word is used to create and save documents for businesses, education, and for personal use. Helps us to create research papers, to business correspondence, to flyers, to brochures, to forms. Though we have all used MS Word in middle schools or in our high schools, this class will be teaching the advanced use of the elements in MS Word application. And in-depth use of the elements in MS Word helps us to create more efficient, attractive, and effective documents. Let's check out the flyer we will be creating in this lesson. And as you can see, we will be using text, graphics, shapes, as well as icons in this lesson. So let's begin the class. Let's first open a new blank document. Let's go to File. Let's go to New. And we're going to click on the blank document over here. Let's show tabs and commands. Since this is the first assignment, I will give you an overview of the terms that's commonly used in instruction. Word Users Interface is a complex system. It can help you find ways to perform the numerous tasks that you need to perform in order to create your documents in Word. The whole thing is called a ribbon. Contains all the commands and tabs you will need to perform common tasks in Word. For example, this is a Home tab. This is the Insert tab. And as it becomes active, there is a blue line underneath the tab, telling you that this tab is the active tab. So let's go back to the Home tab, and we have Design tab, Layout tab, and so on, so forth. Each tab has groups. Now this is the font group. And all the buttons that are there in the font group do specific jobs pertaining to formatting the font. For example, the type of font we can change from here, the style, or the size of the font we can change from here, or the typography font can be changed from here to create more effects in the font. So anytime you hover on any of the buttons, it's going to clue you to what function it performs, and as well as give you an explanation. Each group also has a dialog box launcher, which is over here. If we click on the small arrow to launch the font group, the dialog box will appear and give you more detailed options for editing the fonts. And this process is applicable throughout MS Word interface. So let's start working on our lesson. So let's save the document. We are going to go to File, click on it, and go Save As, PC. And we will search for the CIS 105 folder that we have created, Word Assignments, and we will click on Word Assignment 1 flyer and save this file as a last name, that is Sen, my name. You should be using your name, underscore, groups, underscore, Word Assignment 1 underscore flyer. Click on Save. And this is the same folder where you have downloaded all the files from the campus. Next, we are going to set the margins. So if we are in Home tab, we should be going to Layout tabs, and we'll click on the down arrow of margin. The normal is the default margin, but we will be changing it to custom margin. So we will click on custom margins. And here in the dialog box of page setup, we are going to change this to 0.6, 0.6 tab, 0.6 tab, 0.6 6. And we will click on OK. So we changed our margins to 0.6 of all sides from the normal. Next, we are going to insert a page border. So we will click on Design. We will go to Page Borders. And we should see that we are on Page Borders. We should click on Art, down arrow, and scroll down. And we will choose this art border. It will have the 18-point default, but we are going to change the color to orange accent to darker 50%. We should see to it that it is applied to the whole document, because as you click on down arrow, we can see that we can assign or apply a border on sections. We can select a particular paragraph and assign a border, but here we are applying it to the whole document, and we will go OK. And here we have our page border. Next step is to insert a rectangle shape. If you see the end product, you see there is a rectangle shape and then there is a picture. So we are going to insert a rectangle shape and then insert that picture. It's very interesting. So let's go back. I'll go to insert and I'm going to go to shapes in the illustration group. I'm going to click on the down arrow and I'm going to click the rectangle option. And I'm going to create a simple rectangle. As I create the rectangle, you can see the contextual shape format has appeared. So I have to be clicked on in order for the contextual tab to appear, and where we can change the size. The size of the rectangle shape is 2.03 tab 7.67. Then we can nudge and place this rectangle so that the white spaces are not seen. So we can use our left and right arrow as well as bottom and down arrows on our keyboard in order to nudge. Okay, so here we are good. Let's go to shape fill, go to picture, go to our folder where we have downloaded all the files from Canvas. Go to Word, this is the flyer assignment, and we will click on the technology. We will assign shape effect to it, bevel, round. We will also apply a shape effect of reflection, which is the reflection variation, the first option, tight reflection touching. And here we are. It looks like the end product. Next step is to enable the paragraph markers. As you can see, these paragraph markers are the symbols to indicate the end of paragraph and the beginning of new paragraph. They are non-printable marks. That means though they appear on the document, they will not print. These marks are just there to help us align the paragraph accurately. So we have two paragraph markers over here. So let's start typing the title, South Mountain Community College, and we will be starting to type on the second paragraph mark, South Mountain College. We will center it. We will change the size to 31. We will also change the typography we will choose the fill black text color 1 outline white background color 1. That's the third row, the first one, and we will click on it. We will also change or apply a new color, and the color will be orange accent 2 darker 25%. Next, we will type in the second title, which is helping you climb higher. We will change the font size to 26, and we will change the typography. This time we are going to choose the gradient fill gold accent color 4, which is the second row, third option. We will also assign a new color from here, which is orange accent 2 darker 50%. And here we are. Next, we are going to type in some of the text that we see in the document, and we will enter, we will move a line to the left side. We will change the font back to the normal, which is 12, and the color is automatic, and we will start typing. South Mountain Community College, within bracket SMCC. Let's start writing the first sentence. Next sentences reflects the diversity of the surrounding community. Comma, a rich mix of rural, urban, and suburban neighborhoods. So you should be typing in the whole sentence. South Mountain Community College, SMCC, reflects the diversity of the surrounding community, a rich mix of rural and suburban neighborhoods. So this is the first sentence you type. And then let us check out our end product. Here we have more text. From many of our students till the end serving institution, we will be inserting this text from another file. So let's do that. So our cursor should be just after neighborhood, period mark, and we navigate to insert tab. And in the text group, there is object. We click on the down arrow and we click on the text from file. We navigate to our Word assignment 1 type in a flash drive, and the file that we downloaded from Canvas, Word Flyer Raw Text, to insert. We need to click on it and insert. And here we have the text that we need. So if you have a red swirly line, right click and accept the suggestion, neighborhood many, and the red mark goes away. So now we have to change the font of this. We will select and we will navigate to home, and we are going to change the typography of the text, and we will this time choose the first one, black, fill black text color 1 shadow. And here we are. Next, let's go and see the final product. So here we have 2 pictures. But what we did, we exactly did the same thing that we used in the first shape, that is draw a shape and then fill it with a picture. We will be applying the same technique for these 2 graphics. So let's go to our working document, and our cursor should be before south, and we will go to insert and then navigate to shape, choose the rectangle, and just simply draw a rectangle. Most importantly, let's go and click on this and give it a square text wrapping. This is square text wrapping. And now life will become easier because the text will wrap around the graphic. Next, we are going to change the size. So as you click on the shape, your shape format appears, the contextual tab, and then let's change it to 1.78 tab 3. Okay. Next, we are going to navigate to shape fill, and we will choose picture. We will navigate to our flash drive, and we are going to choose graduation JPEG, insert, and here we have the picture. We will set some formatting. We will go to shape outline and change the weight to 414, 1.5, and then change the outline color to black, text 1. Also assign a bevel. So let's go to shape effects and then go to bevel and click on this option, cutout. Next, we will also assign another format, which is 3D rotation. We will go to 3D and select from perspective left. We are done with the first picture. Next, we will do the same thing with another shape. So let's go and insert a shape, a rectangle. We will draw the shape over here. We will resize it so you don't bother about the size of the shape. First, text wrap. So we'll go and click on square, change the size to 1.78 tab 3. You can move very easily. Let's insert a picture. So let's go to shape fill, picture, and this time we are going to choose commencement. We will change the outline color to black. The weight of the line should be 4.5. Shape effects, bevel, cutout, shape effects, 3D rotation, and this time we are going to choose from perspective, the perspective right. And here we are. Now let's go back to our main. So there is one paragraph mark, and we can see the alignment between the two paragraphs. There is another paragraph mark. So you can see how helpful the paragraph marks are. So let's go and enter. So we have one paragraph marks, and then let's go down and place it, and let's go and click before South Mountain and enter. So there is one paragraph mark over here, and we can move it a little bit, nudge it so that the white dots touches the edge, and do the same thing to this picture so that it touches the edge. If you have any spelling error, like Guadalupe has a spelling error, we will right click, a grammar error actually, it needed a comma, and we will accept the suggestion. So here we are done with the pictures. Well, we are at the end of this lesson almost. So first, let us see what we are going to insert next. And here we see that there is a shape, but this is actually a text box. It looks very, very similar to a shape. It's a text box, and these two graphics are icons. So we are going to insert a text box and these two icons. So let's get to work. First, our cursor is blinking at the end of the second paragraph. We are going to hit enter twice and then navigate to insert tab, and in the text group, click on text box, and we are going to draw a text box. When we draw a text box, we have more control. So let us now format this text box. So the size is 1.47 by 7. We will text wrap and choose square. We will go to shape fill and choose the color white background 1, darker 25%. We will again go to shape fill down arrow and choose gradient. And in light variations, we will choose the last option, that is linear diagonal, bottom right to top left. We will again navigate to shape effects. We will go to bevel and choose the round option. Here we are. Next, we are going to type in these two sentences. We look forward to helping you reach your full potential. Call us at 600-243-8000. And then we are going to format this. We'll change the size to 20. We will make it bold. We will center the text. Next, we are going to insert the icons. So our cursor should be over here. And we will go to insert. We will go to the icons and search for the tagline of teaching. And your first icon has appeared. Insert. It's okay that our text box has traveled down. We will adjust it. Let's see the height and width. It is 1 by 1. And as you can see, graphic format, this time it is called graphics format, has appeared. We will first change it to square. And there it is. And now we can move this and adjust it within the text box. Let's insert the second icon. We will go to insert. My cursor is outside of the text box. Insert icon, and this time we are going to search with a tagline of education. And we will, as we scroll down, we have our picture. There it is. Again, we should check 1 by 1 the size and square text wrapping, and then position it on top of the text box and nudge it so that the 3 white dots touch the border. And here we are. We marked that the text box has a tendency to travel down and travel up sometimes. And now that we have 3 elements within this, one is the text box, then one is the icon teaching, and another icon is education. So we are going to group these 3 objects together so that it's convenient for us to move it. So we will select the icon, first icon, control key on the keyboard, select the text box, select the education icon, and then right click and group it. So now you can move the text box with both the objects within it. So it becomes very convenient to align these objects. And therefore we group the elements most of the time. So the last part of the lesson is we are going to insert a footer, and we will insert the file path or the address of this file that we saved, where we have saved. That's the file path. So let's do that. And I'm going to click over here at the bottom of the page so that my header and footer contextual tab appears. I'm going to click on the insert group. I will click on the document info down arrow and click on file path. I will also center it. So now you can see exactly where my files are nested. I have saved it in CIS 105 folder, in the Word assignment folder that is nested within CIS 105, in another folder, Word assignment 1 flyer, which is nested in Word assignments, and then there is my file in there. Now, why is it important to know the file path? Because when you're looking for a file or a specific folder, it is very convenient. A file path tells you exactly where the file is saved. And as we read from the left to right, it tells you exactly where the files are nested. That way, it's easy to retrieve your file and you never lose a file. So I'm going to click on the blank space on top, and I am out of the footer and header mode, and we should not forget to save, and let's look at it in the print preview, and here it is. We have finished our assignment 1 slide. Have a great day.